Hey guys, this is Mel of RTC1. I got the new Final Fantasy card game right here, trading card game. It just came out by Square Enix. Now the thing about it, it's much better than the other trading cards that have come out for Final Fantasy in the past. This one is more or less like from a huge company like Wizard of the Coast. There's 3 starter decks that you can get that have come out: Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 13. As you can see here, there's different lists of cards that you get with each starter deck, but there will be expansion packs and expansion decks in the future, so keep that in mind. A lot of possibilities to make deck combinations and stuff like that. I've only ordered 7 and 13, only 7 is coming in the mail, but here's a little starter guide for you guys. It will come with the starter packs. The decks are pretty simple and the style is pretty easy to play. But yeah, you can check that out. Show you the back side of it as well, just so you guys can look this over on your own time. But I'll kind of give a basic rundown of how the game works and give you an idea of what the cards look like. So there's that right there. And on the also that comes with the pack, you get a little game board right here, which will be able to be used for one person's play mat. So this is what the field looks like. Obviously this is for one player, but if somebody else is playing with another starter deck, you'll be able to play against them. Now decks are 50 cards. 50 cards all the way through, not one more, not one less. Oh, sorry, my hand's in front of the way here. I'm gonna have to be opening this with one hand. Hey, do you guys mind helping me for a second? I need to film this while I open the deck over here. Thanks, Robert. So my brother's gonna be helping film. Here, come over here while I open this deck of cards and just kind of film the deck of cards being opened. Here we go. If I can get it open.
Complexity at its finest.
Yeah. It's really good sealed up. So if you want to get them for just a collector's item, they're sealed up kind of like how a major collector's item would be. So I don't know if I don't have a knife or anything that could get this open faster. Knife or scissors. I'm here in a comic book store right now, so. Do you have one, Robert?
Yeah.
Knife? Here, let me see your knife real quick. Thanks. Here's a close-up of the picture of. This is the Cloud from Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is not just a. Let's get that in there. Okay. Come on. There we go. Open a little slit. Let's try to get this in there without scratching up any of the cards. There we go. And we'll be able to look at the cards right here. Thank you for helping, Robert. I can use that again. Okay, so I'm going to set this back down on the table. You'll be able to see all the cards as I go through them. Obviously, the cards kind of look like this. Their basic layout. Their cost is at the top with the little 6 right there. He's a really strong card, so he's going to have a high expense. And he's got deals great damage, as you can see right there, 8,000 from one attack. He has 9,000 power. 9,000 is kind of like their health. It can be combined with other units to face off against other units, kind of like if you put 2 defenses together in like Magic the Gathering, you'll be able to defend against higher attack powers. So it looks like you cannot have more than 3 of a certain card in a deck, so it will have 3 in there. So we got 3 clouds from the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Just want to make sure I don't miss over any cards, and they're really good quality. If you could feel this right here, these are pretty thick cards, by the way, and they're still kind of lightweight, even though they're really good cards. So we got Zangan right here, martial arts master. It looks like he doesn't really have power, but he's probably more like a support class. Yeah, it looks like backup right there. It says right on the class. And Zangan EX. I don't know what the EX means, but it's probably something special. We got Tifa here, 8,000 power, and she's able to do 6,000 damage. But her cost is only 4, so it's a little bit less. Obviously, as the cost goes down, the less damage that they'll be able to do. Here we got Bahamut Fury. It looks like another. Oh no, this is a summon card. So this is probably a one-time use. I don't think it has power where it can stay out on the board. Choose 1 forward. You may discard 1 card from your hand. If you do so, deal at 7,000 damage. If not, deal 5,000 damage. Now your forward is your main attacker, right? You can have supports and backups and stuff like that, but your forward is your main attacker. Here we got Red 13. So he does 6,000 damage. His cost is only 3. That's pretty good for 6,000 damage to all forwards the opponent controls. Obviously, the cost for that is a lot higher, though. You can see that little cost down there is what's needed plus a tap of the card, and it taps just like the same way that a Magic the Gathering game would. Now, I don't have 2 decks to go play a game, because the other one didn't come in the mail yet, and this has just came out like just a few days ago. So I don't have all the cards yet, but once I do, I'll probably be able to play a game with either my brother or my wife to show off the rest of the game. We got Ifrit, we've got a Black Mage, a few of each card, an Evoker. So these are kind of like the standard Final Fantasy 1 through 3 look style. We've got Samurai here. These are just regular job classes. They're not specials like Cloud. These are the common cards. Obviously, when you get booster packs, you're going to be wanting things that are super rare like Cloud, Vincent. Oh, well, Vincent seems pretty common, but let's see. Gain First Strike. Okay, so First Strike is another thing that's implemented as well. Like I said, it's a company just like Wizards of the Coast, really huge, and I think this is going to go pretty far. So you should get in on it while you still have a chance to get the beginning decks, and it's just going to get farther from this. Here's Wedge right here. He's a backup, another operative to have in your deck. Got a few of those. Jesse. Enters the field, you may search for a category 7, which is a high category. It's not high category. That's the class of cards. So it's not just like a regular character card. This is actually like a Cloud or Barrett or stuff like that. Here's another forward. Do 2,000 damage. Has 6,000 health. Only 2 to cost to bring out. So that's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap card. You can see the colors at the top too are different rarities / power levels, right? So here we got Biggs, Wedge and Biggs. You get both of them in the deck. Final Fantasy 13 cards will be different. Final Fantasy 10 cards will be different, and they're probably going to go all the way through the entire series. We got Dark Knight here, another simple class, Black Belt. It looks like you get one of almost everything in the deck. You get a Golem, which is pretty simple, pretty good summon for a one cost, really weak power though. And we got Monk. So that's the entirety of the deck. I'll go through the cards again just so you can see so this is what was available in that deck if you want to see. And it can go through it. It shows you the different ways and the different things that are the playstyle of that particular deck. Here we got Tidus's deck from Final Fantasy X. And you got Yuna and Riku in the deck and stuff like that, and Pain. And here we got Final Fantasy 13 deck. So you get Noelle and Lightning and stuff like that. So all that stuff is good. Different play styles of decks, and there'll be more decks in the future. So you might want to give that a check. Check that out. Like I said, this has been Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy trading card game. So check it out at your local comic book store or online. Check it out. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to play it myself. It's been MalvarTC1. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.